Namaste, everyone. Welcome to Chakra Yin Flow. Katie here. We're going to be doing a gentle, more yin-oriented flow tonight for the sacral chakra. And before we get into the details of what our class is going to be tonight, I would like to give a general overview of what the chakras are, and then specifically what the sacral chakra is and how imbalances can show up in the sacral chakra. So to begin, chakras are wheels of energy within our body and around our body. They begin at the seven main ones begin at the base of the spine. They go all the way up the spine to right above the crown of the head. And they're not just in our body, they radiate energy around our body as well. And because they are non-physical, they are energy, they can ebb and flow in terms of how much energy they have, just depending on what's happening in our day, what kind of activities we are engaged in, and what kind of interactions we're having out in the world. So having a practice like yoga can help keep the energy balanced and help keep your chakras all in harmony with each other, which is what we want, right? So for the sacral chakra specifically, it is the second chakra. So it is right above the root chakra from the base of the spine and right below the solar plexus. So it's a few inches below our belly button in the lower belly where the reproductive organs might be. And physically in our body, not only is it our lower belly, but also our hips, our lower back, because remember, it comes all the way around. So if you are having either a lot of tightness or discomfort in these areas, this flow can not only help balance the energy, but also help balance the body associated with that energy. So our sacral chakra, energetically, it is what gives us trust in our relationships to other people. It's what gives us trust in ourselves and trust to the world. It's also our creative energy, our creative powerhouse, and it's also our boundaries and our healthy sexuality or otherwise. So for the sacral chakra, if it is a diminished energy, as in there's not a lot of activity there, and maybe there's another chakra in the body that is overactive and pulling energy from your sacral chakra, what that might look like is feeling disconnected from your emotions, not feeling trust in yourself or in others, and also feeling disconnected from other people. Other people might tell you that they feel like you're hard to get to know, or you have a wall up, or you seem guarded, that kind of thing. You also might feel like your emotions are irrelevant and you don't pay much attention to them. On the other hand, if there is overactivity in the sacral chakra, you may feel over emotional. You feel everything all the time, or there may be a heavy up and down with your emotions. You may also have challenges with enforcing boundaries in your relationships or perceiving the boundaries that other people have in their relationship with you. So there can be a lot of different things going on with the sacral chakra and the chakras in general. So what this flow aims to do tonight is to balance whatever energy is happening in the sacral chakra, whether that is diminished energy or overactive energy, or let's say it's a completely healthy chakra and you just want to give your hips and lower back and lower belly some love, give the sacral chakra energy some love, then you're in the right place. We're only going to need a single prop tonight, which is a cushion or a bolster. If you would like 2 blocks just to have with you, then feel free to grab those. But we're going to go ahead and get into our flow for tonight, our yin flow. We're going to begin by coming down onto the back, but we're going to be using our cushion to support the back and give a little bit of opening in the chest as well. So come on down to your mats And then lie down on your cushion or bolster. And make sure that the back of your head is supported. And that you feel a little bit of stretch across the tops of the shoulders and the chest. If you'd like to open your arms out wide or take a hand on your heart and a hand on your belly, feel free. Or you can keep your hands by your sides. You're going to be bringing the soles of the feet together and opening the knees out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana in a supported position. And once you are here, feel free to allow your eyes to close. And begin to breathe a little bit more slowly and a little bit more deeply. Listening to the sound of the breath and feeling your torso move as you inhale and as you exhale. And as you focus on your breath, allow your thoughts to be fully present and related to where you are and what you're doing right now. And if you feel like your mind starts to wander off from the present moment, come back to your breath. Come back to noticing how your body is feeling in whatever position it's in on your mat. As you take your next breath in, you may set an intention for your practice. Maybe that intention is to balance and bring harmony to your sacral chakra. Maybe it's another intention that is right for you tonight. And after you have set your intention, you can take your hands and then bring both of them to your lower belly. Resting them there, and then take a few deep and cleansing breaths through your nose. Very slowly move your hands back down to your mat. You can blink your eyes open and then gently lift your head up, moving your knees together, and then moving your cushion or bolster off to the side for later. You can come all the way back down to your back. And we're going to take the arms up and over the head. Take a breath in. Point your toes, reach with your fingertips. And as you exhale, you can move your feet and your hands over to the right corners of the top and bottom of your mats, coming into a crescent moon shape on your back. Take a few slow and deep breaths, imagining that breath going into the left side of your body. Take an inhale and slowly move your hands and your feet through the center of your mat. Then bring them to the left side, reversing your moon shape. Breathing in once again. And this time, letting that breath come to the right side of the body. Your next breath in, move your hands and your feet back through center. Then take an exhale, slowly draw your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. You can rock back and forth. Find some movement in your body. Wake yourself up a little bit. Begin to shift your energy and prepare to sit up. You can either roll to one side and then press up, or you can take a pause and rock up and down on your spine. Working your way up to a seat. Good, and once you get here, you can make yourself comfortable and extend your legs out in front of you. This is where we're going to get into some gentle flows for our sacral chakra. So keeping your legs out in front, let's place a little bit more bend in our knees. And that way we can get in a little bit to the hamstrings and we're not overextending our knees. We are going to move through some forward folds and then some reverse planks. So it can either be a full reverse plank or it can just be like a gentle heart opener where you're pressing your hips up just a little bit here. You can also come all the way up and take your toes down. Whichever is comfortable for you. You don't have to overdo it or do anything that makes you uncomfortable or overwork your body tonight. So to begin, we're going to start with the spine nice and extended, and we're going to breathe in here. And slowly with the exhale, we're going to hinge forward with that bend in the knees, reach for the toes. You don't have to touch your toes, but come down to a forward fold. And then inhale, come back up slowly. Exhale to place your hands behind you, and then with your inhale, either roll your chest and press your hips up or come all the way up, reverse plank. Moving with your breath. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, extend your spine. And exhale, forward fold. Move with your own breath. Inhaling to extend. Exhaling to place the hands back. Inhaling to press up. This will be our last flow. Meet me with a extended spine here, and then make yourself comfortable for a longer hold and forward fold. Feel free to grab onto your cushion and take it onto your legs. This is especially useful if you're not coming all the way down to your legs in your forward fold. The cushion can act as some support. So take an inhale, lengthen your back. And then take an exhale, come down, find a comfortable place for you in your forward fold. And we'll be here for a few minutes. So comfort is important. Once you are here, you can focus on your breath and also be aware of where your sacral chakra is in your body. If you like, you can imagine your sacral chakra area is lighting up with an orange glow, and focus your awareness there. Spend a few more breaths where you're at. With your next breath in, you may slowly rise up. You can move your cushion again. And then we're going to take our right knee, bend it, pull the foot in. Then take your right foot across your left thigh. Before we go anywhere else, we're going to breathe in and lengthen the back. And then breathe out, reach behind you with your right hand, twisting, looking behind. If it's okay with your back, you can take your left elbow on the outside of the right knee and let that help you twist and look behind you. Ardha Matsyendrasana is a great pose for multiple chakras. We are getting into the heart chakra here by getting in between the shoulder blades. We're also getting into the solar plexus by rotating the abdominals here in this twist, as well as the lower belly with the sacral chakra and the right hip with the sacral chakra. Let's take a few more breaths here, and if you need to move your neck at any point, maybe find a more neutral gaze forward, then feel free to do so. And slowly begin to untwist and come forward. We're going to extend our right leg back out, pull the left foot in, take it across the right thigh, inhale, lengthen the back. Exhale, twist behind. Take an inhale, begin to come forward. And bring your legs to the side. Come to all fours. We are going to move into our first and only downward facing dog of the evening. So walk your hands forward a bit. Make sure your fingers are spread wide before you tuck your toes. When you're ready, use your exhale to press your hips nice and high. And feel free to move your heels up and down if you need to adjust the backs of your legs in this pose. It can be a little bit intense for the back body. We will be here for about a minute, but feel free to come down to a child's pose if it gets too intense at any point. If you're hanging here with me in downward dog, then I invite you to bring your awareness to your lower back here. And focus your awareness and your breath into your lower back and into your hips. With your exhale, slowly bring your knees down to your mat, coming back to all fours, and then you can bring your cushion to the front of your mat. We'll need it for where we are going next. From all fours, we're going to extend the right leg behind us and then step the right foot to the outer edge of the right hand. So the right foot is going to come towards the long edge of the mat, coming to lizard pose, and then you can adjust your back leg, scooting it back if that feels comfortable or wherever you need to be. And feel free to stay in this lifted position, or you can also lower down to your cushion. Because this is a yin focus class, we want to meet our bodies wherever they're at today. So wherever you start to feel resistance in this pose is where you want to stop and stay. We're not pushing past that resistance in our bodies, we're just meeting ourselves there, and we are holding there. So once you have found that place for you, you can take a few deep breaths and settle into that position. And feel free to once again visualize an orange glowing light in your sacral chakra. You can imagine that light filling up the area that you're feeling the most sensation in, or the most tightness in. And also breathe into that space. With your next inhale, come back up to your hands if you were leaning on your cushion. And then we are going to move our right foot in and position for pigeon pose. So begin to move your right calf parallel to the front of your mat, flex your right foot, take your right knee down. And pause, see how your body feels here. And if you're feeling some resistance here, then you can stay. If you'd like to explore a little bit further, you can come down And find that point of resistance for you. Feel free to use your cushion here to support you. You can also bring your head down if it serves you. Take a few deep cleansing breaths, breathing into your right hip. Take about 3 more cleansing breaths wherever you're at. And slowly begin to come up. You can tuck your left toes underneath, begin to scoot your left leg forward. That's going to make it a little easier to slide your right leg back, coming back to all fours. And if you would like to come back to downward dog and move your hips, move your heels up and down, then feel free to do so. Always love a good downward dog after holding pigeon for a while. And when you're ready, shift forward, come back to hands and knees. And then extend your left leg behind you. And then step the left foot forward to the outside of the left hand. Preparing for lizard on the left side. Feel free to scoot your right leg back and find a comfortable lunge. You may find that your point of resistance will be different on your left side than your right. So be aware of that as you either stay lifted or find a comfortable place coming down into your lizard pose. If you feel like there's a lot of pressure on your right knee, then you can either work to extend your knee back a little bit more so that the pressure comes onto the top of the knee rather than the kneecap. And if that is uncomfortable, you can scoot your left foot a little bit further back towards your body and then readjust your right knee. Do whatever you need to do to be comfortable and in harmony with this pose for the next few moments. With your next inhale, lift up if you were lowered down. And then you can begin to scooch your left foot in, flexing your left foot once your calf starts to come down and become parallel with the front of your mat. Want to keep that left foot flexed, and then notice if we're feeling some resistance here in this lifted pigeon. If not, you can begin to lower down and find that point of resistance, meeting yourself there, refocusing on your breath and on any visualization that would serve you in this pose. Take a few more breaths in your pigeon pose. And then slowly begin to press yourself up. Using your right toes to scoot your right leg forward, sliding your left knee back, Coming to downward facing dog. And then exhale, slowly lower your knees down. You're going to come to a child's pose, taking our knees a little bit wider than the hips, bringing the toes together, and then sinking down, hips to heels, reaching the arms out in front. You can't give the lower back love without doing child's pose, right? And once you are here, you can take a few deep breaths. And bring your awareness to your lower back. And imagine your breath cleansing and balancing the energy in your lower back. However that energy needs to be balanced today, let your breath balance it. As you take your next inhale, slowly lift your head. And then you can move your legs to the side, bring them around in front of you. Feel free to move your cushion out of the way. We will need it for our chakra focused meditation later, so keep it close by. We're going to lower ourselves slowly and mindfully down to our back, coming down one vertebrae at a time. Coming back to pulling the knees into the chest, maybe finding that rock back and forth. And slowly begin to bring yourself to stillness on your back. And then we will come into one of our last poses of the evening, Happy Baby. And take the outer edges of your feet into your hands. Pull your knees down. You may rock back and forth here or hold this pose, whichever works for you. With your next exhale, you may release your feet and then make yourself comfortable for our last pose tonight, Shavasana. If you have any wiggles or any other movements or asanas you would like to take before Shavasana, feel free to take those now. If you haven't done so already, you may come to stillness on your back. And allow your eyes to close. Allow all of your muscles to release tension and become relaxed. Begin to send your breath down into your belly, making it slower, deeper. And as your body and your mind rests, you may find a point of soft focus on your inhales and on your exhales. Take a long and deep inhale. Slowly release your breath. Inhaling again slowly. And let it go. You may begin to find some gentle movements, moving your fingers and your toes. Moving your body a little bit, but holding that state of relaxation in your mind from your Shavasana. You may now gently plant your feet down and make your way onto your right side. When you're ready to come up for seated meditation, press up with your left hand. You may sit on your cushion and find a comfortable seat. As you take your next inhale, bring both of your hands in front of your sacral chakra, placing them palms up, and gently bring your right hand to rest on top of your left. And bring your thumbs to touch together. Bring your awareness to your lower belly. Bring your awareness to your lower back, into your right hip and your left hip. And as you take your next breath, imagine a calm and clear flowing river of water. Notice that the energy of this water is cleansing, is healing, and balancing. And imagine this water gently flowing into your body, into your sacral chakra, balancing the energy here, restoring the energy in whatever way would bring the most harmony and the most balance for you. As the water continues to balance and restore your sacral chakra, your lower belly, your hips, and your lower back begin to fill up with an orange glowing light. As the river continues to flow, the orange light grows bigger, brighter, and more vibrant. Take 3 more cleansing breaths, holding this visualization in your mind. And after your third exhale, you may begin to release these visuals. You may bring your hands back to rest on your lap. And begin to bring your awareness back into the space that you're in, back into your body, noticing the parts of your body touching the cushion and touching the floor, becoming centered here and now. Let's all bring our hands together in front of our hearts. And remember the intention that we set for our practice today. Feel free to continue to honor this intention and honor your chakras for as long as this intention serves you. Thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I hope you have a great rest of your day, rest of your week. The light in me gives honor to the light in you. I will see you all next week.